How's it going? This is Hoiman and today we're taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Cure Beauty figure. So again, this is a web exclusive figure, but you still get the window to see the figure inside. And in the top you have pictures of the figure, same for the sides, legal stuff for the bottom. And in the back you have various pictures of the figure. And to open the box, just lift open the side flap. And lift open the front cover. And there's the figure all together with her accessories. So first you do get some instructions showing what the figure comes with and how to operate the accessories. So here's the actual figure itself, and overall this is a really nice looking figure. It's very nicely sculpted and detailed, and then the paintwork is very nice and clean for the most part. So taking a closer look at the face, I feel that they have captured the character really well. Looks just like her. And then you move on to the hair, which is really nicely sculpted. You can see all the strands and the fringes. And then these parts are slightly softer material. And you move on to the back of the hair, you can see all the strands of hair. Very nicely sculpted, and you can see like there's some darker shades of blue as well to really bring out the details. And then you go down to her hair as well, again nicely sculpted, and they are actually solid pieces, but they're not super heavy, so it doesn't really weigh down her head too much. And then you have the wings as well, which are a solid piece, so you have to be careful of those. And then down to her outfit. Some nicely sculpted ribbons and the medallion here, nice metallic gold. And then down to the skirt, again nicely painted. There are some splotches here and there, so it's a bit unfortunate in that, but it isn't super noticeable. But like I already said, for the most part the paintwork is very nice and clean for the most part. And then you have her sleeves as well, again nicely sculpted. And then all the way down to her shoes, nicely sculpted as well. And then these ribbon parts are a solid piece, but they shouldn't break easily. And like I said, overall it's just a very nicely sculpted figure. So for articulation, the neck is on a single ball joint, so she can look down about that much. And because the hair is flexible, it does allow for a bit more movement. And then she can look up not a whole lot due to the sculpt of the hair. And then she can tilt her head side to side as well as twist. And then each of these hair is on a ball joint, so you can move them side to side as well as back and forth as well. You can also twist. And because they're relatively light, it doesn't really weigh down her head all that much. And because the neck is quite stiff, it does support the head quite well. But of course, if you put them all the way to the back, she is going to have difficulty standing. So I do recommend using the stand in the end. For the shoulder, this piece here is a soft material, but it is on a hinge, so that doesn't really get in the way too much. And then the shoulder itself is on a ball joint, and then the sleeve is a separate piece. So it just kind of cups around the arm really, and it moves along with it. And then it's also on a hinge, so you can bring your arm out to the side, but because the sleeve is a solid piece, it is a bit restricting. But you can still move her arm forward, move her arm back as well, and then she has the bicep swivel, just very slightly. And then she has a single jointed elbow. And then she has the ball jointed wrist. And then for her torso, it's on a single ball joint, so she can lean forward quite a bit. Lean back quite a bit as well, and then the sculpting does continue upwards. She can lean side to side as well as twist, and the whole torso down to the skirt is a softer material, so it doesn't really restrict the articulation too much. But the waist is on a ball joint, so you can move her legs about however you want as well as twist. And then each leg is on a ball joint, so she can kick about that far to the side. Kick forward that much, kick back that much, and then she does have the thigh swivel, and then she's got the single jointed knee as well, and then she's got the ball jointed ankle. So you can go back about that much, forward that much, tilt side to side as well as twist. So it is quite restricting in the ankles. But overall she does have all the articulation you'd expect a Figuarts figure to have. But she is a bit restricted in some areas like the shoulder, the hips, and maybe the head as well due to the hair. But you should still be able to get all the poses you want with this figure. But that's the figure. Let's take a look at the accessories. For faces, she comes with a default smiling face, an open mouth smiling face, a face with her eyes closed, and then an angry shouting face. For hands, she comes with a pair of open palmed hands, a pair of fists, 2 hands to hold her weapon, and then 2 open palmed chopping hands. And then she also comes with this holding hands together, and then she is holding her morpher as well, and it is actually removable, so that's quite nice. She also comes with this extra neck joint, which is the same joint but just without the hinge, and it's to help support her head. But like I already showed, she can support her head quite well even with the long hair, but it's nice that they still included this. She also comes with her ice sword. It's very nicely sculpted and detailed. It's a nice matte white finish, but it has some kind of lighter tones of blue to really bring out the ice effect. And the whole piece is quite solid, so you have to be careful with it. And each point is relatively sharp as well, so you just have to be careful handling this weapon. And finally she comes with a display base. So it does have her name and the pattern, and then you have the stand to hold the figure in place itself. And like I already mentioned, she is a bit back heavy with the hair, so I do recommend displaying her with the stand. So my final thoughts are, overall this is a really solid figure, and I might even say it might be the best one out of the Smile Precure team, just in terms of how well this figure is put together. Like, I haven't really noticed too much QC issues. I mean, I suppose her left arm joint is a bit loose, but it's not super loose that it becomes a problem. And I suppose there are some areas, like you can see the seams and the sculpting, it does look a bit rough, but other than that, it's very well sculpted. The paint work is very nice and clean for the most part, and then most of the joints are really nice and tight and secure, and the figure just feels quite sturdy overall, and she does come with a good range of accessories as well. And if you're a fan of this character or the show, then I do recommend this figure. But because she is a web exclusive, the price is a bit high, and she's quite an older figure now, so it has been going up a bit. But if you can find her for a decent price, then I do recommend getting this figure. But that's my review. Thank you for watching, and enjoy some pictures.